ɛna ɛyɛ honorable Frank Anodompe wakasa wɔkyerɛ sɛ ɛnɛ da yi deɛ ɔmo ɛhwɛ ɛne mu sɛ Abronye bibia betimi akɔyi ɛde ama no na kyerɛ sɛ watimi akɔ gyina home anaasɛ watimi akɔgya yarehwɛ because ɔhwɛ the state a Abronye ɛwɔ mu a before sɛ ɛyɛ arrest we bɛba no na kyerɛ sɛ oguso a ɛgya yarehwɛ and so therefore ne health ɛho hia so they are looking forward sɛ ne court no ɛbɛtimi atena ase na watimi nya ne fa hodie na afi wakɔtɔ ne dwumadi odi so na yarehwɛ so a ɔgye no watimi akɔtɔ aso na kyerɛ sɛ bibia nso watimi akɔso and talking about ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛyɛ honorable Alexander Afenyomakin following the arrest no about a judge or assembly and everything on our defender say no may cost your mind no nya de send your makuyi no may pay and so therefore say react react they are not going to give room for a nyoma ensena enfata o mind the NDC were being voted for, yes, to protect the people and not to fight the people. And all I said, they are not also going to sit down and look for it so they are going to take action. And yes, today they are expecting Abronye and with me and found anybody more some of the two, and then the honorable the offense I be member of parliament, honorable Kojopon Command, and also the two, and then yes, and other NPP members, they are also can their first assembly home, Yanya Bene and Famunchino in Timmy Emerald.
They can't stop us. This government knows they can't stop us. If there is any group of people you can cowed or put fear into, it's not the NPP. Even with their numbers, they have more numbers, about twice. They can even run a shift. Some of them will come in the morning and others will come in the afternoon. We are still able to hold them in the chamber.
But have you considered pressure that is coming from, for instance, your leader, when he spoke against the judge as circuit coordinator? The others are saying that he should be held in contempt and that he should be dragged before the General Legal Council. What do you make of some of these pressures?
Well, these are opinions. People can express their opinions. But he didn't speak as an individual anyway. What the Honorable Afenyo said is a reflection of the caucus position. So that is a position we well thought through it. And anybody who wants to take us on contempt, they are at liberty to do so.
So you could have said it in a better way.
Well, that's their view.
Meanwhile, opening the workshop, Frank Anodompe urged members to intensify pressure on the government, arguing that the administration has become unpopular earlier than expected.
Once again, I want to thank my fellow colleagues in leadership and also be blunt that if there is any time that this party should take back the reins of governance, it is certainly 2028 and not beyond 2028. We have to hold hands, band together, close ranks, because the hope of the multitude of Ghanaians, the millions of Ghanaians, the farmers, the market women, and all the people of this country. You visit the countryside and all they say is that you need them so.
Well, let's stay with this subject of the NPP demanding for Abronye DC to be released from custody. We're joined via Zoom by Deputy General Secretary of the party, Haruna Mohammed. Good evening to you. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us here on the Channel 1 newsroom. First of all, has the party been able to reach Abronye DC since his remand, and what is his current condition?
Thank you very much. I would like to say good evening to your cherished viewers. As it stands now, all of us know that Abronye is being persecuted by the state, and the state is using the state security to intimidate the party officers of the New Patriotic Party, and Abronye is one of the targets. As we stand now, Abronye, what they said he has committed, ought not to have warranted him to even stay in any of those particular places. And even the judge was contemplating of even sending him to Nsawam on a case of misdemeanor or in a matter that that is clearly decided by the Supreme Court of Ghana. So for now, as we can say, Abronye is being kept at the security installations, and we can't tell so much. We can't say much about the status of Abronye as we stand now, because where he's being held is not meant to be holding people there. It's meant to be holding people who have committed crimes that has to do with national security, not personal liberties.
Well, I mean, he's been remanded for 2 weeks. Has his legal team been advised to seek bail for him? I mean, aside the political side that you're working on the legal side, what are his lawyers doing?
Yes, the lawyers are putting together to make an appearance in court. This has already been presented, and the court has 3 days to look at it and call for the hearing within the judicial processes. So processes have been started by the lawyers of Abronye, and we believe that where the laws will work, then hearing should be granted to some of these particular applications for us to be able to get Abronye to be able to be given fair hearing in terms of those particular rulings that were given, which was very unconscionable for our state, Ghana.
I mean, Prof, is it okay to describe any judge as a politician? Some people think that those comments were distasteful and the party should have condemned them. What do you make of anybody who suggests this to you?
Charles, what Abronye did was to question the judge's impartiality, the specific judge impartiality. He questioned the judge's conduct in the discharge of his public judicial function. And since when that criticizing a judge becomes a criminal offense in Ghana, where you would have to go and look at section 207(1) to criminalize such issues? The person, you have the right to question the impartiality of a judge. And the sitting president, President John Dramani Mahama, questioned the impartiality of Supreme Court justices, and he even called them unanimous FC. The NDC themselves, elements within the NDC, called the then Chief Justice as a woman organizer of the NPP. Nothing happened. Nobody arrested anybody. Nobody was detained. Nobody was remanded. Nobody has been charged. Today, somebody questioned the impartiality of a judge who publicly in court told one of the lawyers in a case that if they want, they can go and call her an NDC person. And somebody questioned your impartiality and even says that he believes that you are doing the bidding of the NDC. Somebody just saying that you are a woman organizer of the NPP. The two of it, you realize that the NDC has even gone far than what Abronye has said. And it's just to question the impartiality of a judge discharging her duty on a public judicial function. And I don't think that there is any law in Ghana that criminalizes your questioning of impartiality of a judge. This is a public knowledge. And in the legal processes, I don't think that it is something that is bad.
Well, your party says that this is persecution, and we're told that you are hoping to organize a nationwide demonstration to protest some of these arrests. When is this nationwide protest going to happen? And yeah, what are preparations towards it?
Charles, you see, in 1982, you will see that Mr. Tommy Thompson, who was a publisher of the Free Press, and also the senior writer, Mr. Mike Ajay, who were being jailed without trial. They were jailed without trial just because they are criticizing the PNDC at the time on their own editorial policy. Their own editor in 1983 was detained without a charge. We all know what happened to Kweku Baku, Abdul Malik Kweku Baku Jr., Kwesi Pratt. All of them, these people were all jailed under the NDC. So PNDC, NDC has done so. And they have clearly reintroducing the criminal labor law again. It is not for nothing that the 3 justices who were killed, the judges who were killed, it is not for nothing that their decisions have been put at the Supreme Court. And these people in government today is using the judiciary, is using the state security. So you see that the executive, the judiciary, they are colliding and ensuring that certain things are being done that is very unholy. And the opposition party is questioning the conduct of these particular individuals. And that is why the flag bearer of our party indicated that there will be a day of accountability. And because of some of these things that are happening, we don't know what they are determined to do now, because they know the health condition of Abronye. Either they want Abronye to die in prison just as our forebearers have died in prison. We don't know. All these persecutions that is happening, I don't think that these people have the heart of conscience to tell themselves that what we are doing is bad. And that is why the party and the minority is asking them to allow due process and to allow prosecution, not persecution. And because of that, the party is making several moves, and we are going to have several discussions with the diplomatic corps. We also have the media, we have civil society, we will engage a lot of people on this particular matter. And the party will certainly come out with a very huge demonstration. And if they want, they can arrest the entire opposition party. The day of reckoning will come, the NDC will leave power, and whoever decides not to talk today should also not talk tomorrow, if that is done, and nobody questions why that is done today.
I mean, Harunam, is the NPP not getting a taste of their own medicine? I mean, some people are comparing what is happening to members of your party to what happened to protesters under your regime. Fix the Country protesters were arrested, some put in jail for weeks. Are these comparisons all right, or you think we are comparing apples and oranges?
Thus, under the NDC, Justice was arrested, was beaten, and then his eye was plucked. Eventually, he died. If we are to talk about demonstrations, how people have been maltreated even in demonstrations, then